yeah, this is going to be a full face of makeup I kind of forgot that I owned. I would obviously like to preface this by saying I have more makeup than any one person needs. I have a really bad habit of hoarding it and impulse buying, but I also have a really bad habit of not throwing things away. Like, I force myself to do a declutter like once a year, usually in the middle of the year. But there are also things that I won't throw because I'm like, oh, well, you know, I only have one shade of this, you know, I only have one lipstick, I only have one shade of this. I only have one product in this kind of shade, what if I need it, blah blah blah. So it's kind of that. And there are some things that really should be thrown out because I've never used it, or I really hate the product, but I just forget to throw it out. So I have a bad feeling that the biggest culprit in these categories are going to be my eyeshadows, because I tend to rely on the same 10 or so palettes, and then blushes and lips. So yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so I have some eyeshadow palettes pulled, and I'm going to show you the two that are contenders. This is from Cosmos. This is the Cosmos palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I know I tried using it recently and it just didn't go the way I planned. I did kind of forget about the Full Fantasy Lunar Beauty X Laura Lee palette. I didn't get it because of Laura Lee. I got it because I thought it was going to be the same formula as the Nude Prism palette. It is not. And again, it's perfectly fine, but it's just more neutrals with some pops of colors. This, on the other hand, and this, I thought I got rid of this because I hate the formula of this palette. I don't know why I have her still. But this is from Melt Cosmetics. This is the Gemini palette. Literally evil, the bane of my existence. I hate this formula. And I did kind of forget about my Danessa Myricks Lightwork Volume 3, the Experience palette. This shade is a little dried out, but it has some greenish blue reflex, so I feel like if I do, you know, these colors, it might work the best. And I want to do an eyeliner, but I don't have that many. But I was looking through them, and I know I just got this like a few months ago. I completely forgot about my Kaleidos eyeliner, if we're gonna be honest here. This is, oh Jesus Christ, this is Jackpot Drinks. So ironically enough, all the shades that I have will work really well together. But I'm not looking forward to this one at all. So this is what's going to be going on the eyes. If I wake up tomorrow with a sty, I have only myself to blame. So let's, fingers crossed, hope this turns into something feasible. Alright, first I'm going to go in with the Melt Cosmetics Gemini palette. I know, who could have foreseen this? I really hate the formula of this, man. Like, really, really do. With a very, very large fluffy brush, I'm going to take a little bit of the shade Mochi. Yes, it would be Mochi because Mochi is the guy that I know. And very lightly going to do a light hand. And it's not the color story that I hate. It's just the formula I always found really hard to blend and make smooth and even, and it just always looked gross and patchy. And I'm not loving the color of this. This looks like puke, if we're gonna be honest here. So yeah, lovely. Love this for me, hate this for me. Like, I love a more chlorophyll chartreuse kind of shade. I don't want any of this. I don't want to be mean by calling it Shrek green, because I love Shrek. Shout out. But also this looks not the same on camera as it does in real life, so. But no, it is Monday, April 6th. Have the day off. Fantastic. My coworker texted me last night. She texted me when I was still working, I think, because I remember telling it to the kid who was with me, who was leaving on the 9th. And, you know, I told my manager, I'm like, hey, I don't really have availability outside my, you know, what I'm supposed to have for the rest of the month, blah, blah, blah. She's like, okay. So she put this other girl on opening Sundays, and I'm like, I knew that was going to be an issue. But, you know, she texted me when I still work. She's like, oh my god. She's like, blah, 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 put me opening on Sundays. She's like, I don't have opening availability. I only did it the week you were gone because it just worked out. She's like, is there any way you could take my Sunday shift? And I told the kid, and I'm like, he's like, she's gonna resort to begging. I'm like, I know she is. And then I'm gonna go in with a little bit of the shade Fire OG, I guess. Just another kind of deep green. So I made sure to put on Do Not Disturb for my text notifications, and then she double texted me, and I'm like, But she's like, oh my god, if you take my Sunday, I'll take your Thursday. If opening 4 days in a row is too much for you. I'm like, first, you know my usual schedule. Second, I was promised a 3-day week. I'm like, oh, you know, let me see, blah, blah, blah. Don't really have that much outside availability this month, blah, blah, blah. I'm taking it. But she's gonna take my Thursday shift, and she's gonna get knocked on her ass. Because she complains about being alone for the last 2 hours of a closing shift. Like on Mondays, and you know, Mondays are our slowest days. Okay, this is doing better than it was the last time, but it's still not my favorite. But like, you know, she's also doing a 12-hour shift because she's supposed to be my relief on a Thursday. Like, she's supposed to come in at 5, so I can leave. So now she is instead doing a 12-hour shift. I'm like, you know what, that's on her. I'm not gonna lie here. But that works because now she only has 3 days as well. But I'm like, if 3 days is too much for you, that's my usual shifts. It's just, also, my manager gave the kid who's leaving my shift on Wednesday, you know, as one last goodbye, and because he couldn't do it today, neither could I. More so I didn't want to, and I knew what was going to happen. So there's someone from a different store there right now, which, not my problem. And the good thing is, now I have, you know, Monday through Thursday free. I can do at least 4 videos. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I also might go get lunch on Thursday, because one of the food trucks I like is out on Thursdays. And I can't do it tomorrow because I have a food show to go to, so alas. Alright. And again, this is from Danessa Myricks Beauty. This is the Lightwork Volume 3, the Experience palette. This was like my first Lightwork palette. I did put a drop of Durline in here to hopefully, there we go, make this a little less dry. Because like, it was not great the first time. This is the shade Polaris. This is like a galaxy themed one. Like Polaris, Galaxy, Martian, Sol, Solar Rain, Gaia, Aurora, Strawberry Moon. Very space themed. Sorry, I just find it funny because one of my friends, and again this is the shade Polaris. One of my friends is a huge space nerd, so if they're going to be listening to this and they're going to go, oh my goodness. I could go see Project Hail Mary on Thursday. Because my friend's been harassing me about it. Like, to the point they were trying to get me to go see it when we were in New York. They're like, we can do it after a show. They're like, the latest time fade is like 11. I'm like, my brother in Christ. Does this look okay? Might need to go in with a brush, I'm gonna be honest here. It's not giving the same zhuzh. I'm gonna go in with a brush mostly so I can get a little closer to my lash line. Hopefully, and also build it up a little more and layer. Because it's looking very flat and one-dimensional on camera right now, if you're gonna be honest. But no. I completely forgot about this because I have so many other shimmers, and I have the new Danessa Myricks Freedom palette instead, which I do like more because there's more shades. But Polaris was always my favorite shade, which is why it looks so gross compared to everything else. But I'm gonna wake up with the nastiest dye tomorrow. Some of this is really old and shouldn't be used. It's fine, everything's fine. You know what, honestly, maybe I will go to, if there's an early time at Alamo Draft House, maybe I will go to Project Hail Mary. For shits and giggles. Like early, like 10 o'clock in the morning early. And then this is from Kaleidos. This is, Jesus Christ. This is the Epiphany Glow Melt on eyeliner in the shade Jackpot Jinx. And I'm going to put this in my waterline. And we're going to hope for the best. Again, this is all very matchy-matchy. So honestly, shout out for all of my forgotten products for being the same shade. Oh, Jesus. And again, I mean, to be fair, I can go see Project Hail Mary, like, anytime at night, too. But I also hate paying full price for tickets. Like movies, theater tickets. And I'm gonna bring this a little up here. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm a liar. Liar, a fraud, c'est la vie. Alright, with a little round pointed brush, I'm gonna take some of Leo, and I'm just gonna do a little bit of enhancing. Like, I'm gonna make sure to go right under that Jackpot Jinx shade, so it can, like, really pop against a darker contrasting color. Obviously, this is the Gemini palette again. But I liked saying that. But no, we did light shenanigans today because we're going to the food show tomorrow. So we'll go to the coffee shop tomorrow because it's literally like 2 miles away. So we're just gonna bring a little here to like a very light hand with it. I don't want it to look so precise. I do want it a little more like, not like loose and smudgy, but like a little more feathered than I would usually want it. It's funny, I won free tickets to something, Fantasy Life I think it was called, on Fandango, and they're like, oh, you know, it expires the 24th or whenever it stops showing near you, and I'm like, it's already stopped showing near me. It was only available at Boston Common, and it's like not available for the rest of the week, or unless it's like 7:30, and I'm like, I know it's a free ticket, but like, back to my, I hate Boston Common as a theater. And then I'm going back in with some of Fire OG so I can help blend this a little, give it a little more. Okay, this isn't as bad as I thought it was, but I still don't love it. Like, they're still very stiff formula, like powder wise. It's on the drier side. And then back over with a little bit of that brush I was using for the shimmers. Like I said, that Danessa Max palette is dry as hell, and again, figured, but this is going to be it for the eyes. I'm going to put on my lashes because I have, you know, only so many pairs of lashes, and I do rotate through them. So I'm going to find some lashes, but I will be back in a second. Alright, hello, I'm back with lashes. I dallied. It's 5:20 right now. But nevertheless, we persist. For skincare, I'm gonna go in with the Bubble Cosmic Silk Hydrating Milky Toner. I've only forgotten about this in terms of skin prep for makeup. I use this all the time in actual skincare, but my only other option is the Nabla White Truffle Serum ink cream, and I don't know when I got that, so I don't know if it's expired or not. So, again, this is from Bubble. This is the Cosmic Silk Hydrating Milky Toner. Gonna go in with a little, don't want to go in with too much, and then have it mess with actual primer. But I'm gonna do a little this, a little that. I did end up booking a ticket for Project Hail Mary for tomorrow. Well, I think we're having beef stew for dinner tomorrow, and I hate beef stew. So I'd rather just stuff myself full of popcorn instead of having to cook myself something else for dinner. But there's a 3:30 showing. The food show that we're going to is between 10 and 2. I don't think we're staying until 2. So it's plenty of time to do any additional anything afterwards. It's a 2.5 hour movie, plus half an hour of credits, plus an hour and a half to get back. I'm probably just either gonna Uber there or be like, hey, my favorite pod in the world. And then this is my little primer bin. I don't have a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I literally have 7 primers. Now, this is the only one I haven't used in a while, and I do kind of forget about her. This is from One Wild. This is the Prime Focus Clingy Serum Primer. Except it's a clingy primer, and I don't like clingy primers, and they don't like me. So, if I end up with an awful base, girl. So I'm gonna let this dry down like an extra little bit, because I don't want anything. Apply a thin layer onto the clean skin, allow a minute to set before makeup application. I'm gonna do, that's probably way too much, but I can always just not apply all of it. This was via Skeepers. I'm also gonna warm this up on my fingertips first. But no offense, I would never buy a grip and primer like this on my own free will. But again, just want to kind of get that. Oh. Jesus, I'm gonna have to wipe my fingers. I'm not gonna put any on my nose because my nose hates primer, and that's where I get the most patchy application usually. So I need to finish editing my video. I have it all imported, but I just didn't do it. Haven't started. I don't even think I've got about the intro edited, and that's about it. Now, this is my foundation and my concealer bin. So, I forgot I owned this, which is the whole purpose of this. This is from Danessa Myricks. Was also a Skeepers thing. Ooh. I could either go in with this Rose Ink foundation, which is honestly, might be a little light now, but it's usually it was a pretty good match the one time I used it. I didn't like this. This is from Danessa Myricks. This is the Blur and Balm. It's looked dry every time I've used it, no matter what my skin prep is. And then I have these. Now, realistically, it would be this. I thought I got rid of this. Realistically, it's gonna be these two, but these two, none of these formulas go together. But if you're going for real, oh my god, I completely forgot I owned this. This is from Danessa Myricks. This is the Yummy Skin Blur and Balm powder in the shade 1. This was, again, like I said, this was from Skeepers. I got sent a few shades. I'm gonna try to warm this up on the back of my hand, but it's, again, looks like a powder upon application, even though it's a cream. But but again, I forgot. Should have underpainted. Girl. But we're gonna try. We're gonna hope. We're gonna pray. Because again, the few times I've used this, it just does not give me what I want. And since she's so round, she kind of ends up at the bottom of the bin all the time. So, you know what's really funny? I really want to see Cats again. Like, I really, really do. To the point that I was like looking at day trip tickets. Like, I could do this on like a Sunday. Yeah, and then be out $120 in just train fare to be here the same day and only have time to go see one show. I'm just gonna blend this in, hopefully. Fingers crossed. But like, I also want to see Smigadoon? Smigajeddon? I think it might be Smigadoon. Smigadoon? But it was an Apple TV show and they turned it into a Broadway musical. And I know the concept had seemed interesting when it was a TV show, and I do like some of the performers, but I'm like, but that's only running until, I think both of them are running until September unless they get extended, which, Cats, possible. The other thing, probably not. Oh, this is, look at that, it looks like a powder. But like, I really want to see Cats again. Like, it was so good, and like, I want a good seat. Like, I want one of the stage seats, but they're like $300. But I want to be able to see the entire runway. I want a good unobstructed view. It's just one of those, like, again, realistically, that's the only thing I could think of that might get extended. Because, you know, my next trip will be, unless I cave and do a, whatchamacallit, August trip, which it's kind of, things are kind of cheap. If I go to Cats on a Monday night, things are like $100 cheaper than usual. But you know, my next trip is going to be January if I do the dog show, and then obviously I'll stay an extra day than I need to, so I can see a show at least. But again, Jesus Christ. Alright, and this is where it's probably all gonna go wrong because I hate this stupid foundation. This is from Tarte. I thought I got rid of this. This is the Shape Tape Radiant Concealer in 12N Bare Neutral. I'm gonna put some onto the back of my hand and go in with a little brush. And hopefully that will be my saving grace. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But yeah, no, it's just that, like, I really want to see Cats again. I want to see these other things, but again, unless they all get extended, which, doubtful. Like, I'd have to go in August. But again, the hotel that I usually stay at is pretty cheap in August. Very similar, and like, I understand, because like, kids are going back to school, and August is kind of gross and hot. My father's saying that, he's like, nobody wants to be in New York in the summer. He's like, it gets gross and muggy and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, it's the exact same here. So, realistically, I'd be fine. Just like, usage-wise. Like, I traipse around the city, in gross weather. But also the weekend after my birthday is seems pretty okay price-wise too for hotels. Weekend of my birthday, no, it drops by like $200-300 total for the week after. I also might go on Expedia tonight and play with some coupon codes, see what happens for the, you know, July, August trips. Because I really want to see Cats again. I really want a good seat. And I think they've permanently raised the 12:34 train prices. Because it was $74 when I booked. And now every single day I look at it, no matter what time of year it is, it's in $224 at least. I'm like, girl, be real with ourselves. Alright, now we're moving on to the bronzer contour bin. Again, not a lot. Well, I found what I'm using. I really thought I got rid of this. Damn, okay. I guess not. Obviously. To be fair, it was either between this or my Charlotte Tilbury one. And I think I used my Charlotte Tilbury one semi-recently. I think I got rid of this. This is from Milani. This is their liquid contour. It's the Conceal and Perfect liquid contour in the shade 01 Honey. I thought I got rid of it because I prefer their standard cream one considerably more. Like, I'm really kind of tired of the... Oh no, I don't want that in my hair. I'm really kind of tired of liquid bronzers, like blushes, whatever. Bronzers, not filled with. Also, they call it contour. This is a bronzer beyond all belief. But like, I hate sponge tip bronzers like this because it never, no matter what you do, it's always gross. So alas. But I'm gonna blend this out first with a little brush. But no, yesterday was Easter. I worked. And I was out early because I was like, if I stay until my scheduled time, I will be in overtime. And my coworker's like, oh, I was in overtime last week. I didn't have anyone talk to me. I'm like, well, I don't want to be here anyway, so I'm trying to do them a favor here. Especially with how much I might be abused soon. So I know my manager's going to be like, hey, I know you said this, but you know, it's just, I hate Easter as a holiday because, one, it's a pagan holiday. Let's be so we're real with ourselves. Because what do you mean? Oh, we're able to tell Jesus' birthday with a specific date, but Easter, the day that he rose again, it's just, you know, it's just we have to use moon cycles to determine it. Like, girl. Like, yes, let's hold a holiday to be like, oh my god, our leader, he has risen again, instead of a specific date. Like, again, I understand that they want it on a Sunday every year, but like, but, oh, it's the first full moon, it's the first Sunday after the first full moon of the spring equinox. Like, girls, that's not the most pagan shit you've ever heard. So, you know, obviously, a lot of things are closed, so I, you know, got out at 3:45, and I'm like, I can't even, like, dilly-dally on my way home. I have to go straight home. There's nothing to do. I mean, the movies were probably open, let's be real with ourselves, but I had gone Friday night, and now I'm going again on tomorrow. So, good. Mostly because my friend keeps harassing me and was like, oh my god, Project Hail Mary, so good, blah, blah, blah. Mostly because I don't want to eat beef stew. And beef doesn't agree with me, so why would I want to eat beef stew? So I'd rather eat popcorn and make myself a cocktail out of a High Noon and Sprite lemonade. Alright. Blush. This is cream blush. I probably won't do a liquid blush. If we're being honest with each other here. I forgot about you so very badly. I also forgot about you. I kind of forgot about you. Oh. Ew. Oh shit, I do have the Rare Beauty ones. Doing a lot of remembering today. No, I know you. I love you. I know I thought about using you recently. Oh. It's like these are all very different tones. I can at least lay with these two probably. And I do like those tones but these are two totally different finishes too. Okay, Siri, timer for 15 minutes. Alright, so first I'm going to go in with the Juvia's Place. Juvia's Place doesn't put their product names on their products. This is one of the liquid blushes. This is specifically the shade Soft Tulip. I kind of hate this formula. It's very, very matte, very, very quickly. And also dries down, so I probably shouldn't be putting this much on both sides, but c'est la vie. Gonna go in with my Rare Beauty brush and blend also really shouldn't have put that much on because it's pigmented as hell, at least on my skin tone, because translucent. Oh Jesus, Lord have mercy, I might need to go in with more concealer. I'm gonna bounce over with a sponge if we're gonna be honest here, because like, I love the color. The formula is not my favorite, for being honest. Little Kirknally. My brother said that to me the other day, and I'm like, my brother in Christ, what? He's like, I'm like, I hate young people. I hate them. I really, really do. Like, why are they the way they are? My father asked me about something. He's like, oh, you should know. He's like, you're young. My brother just, he gave him a look. He's like, he's like, she wasn't hip with the youth even when she was a youth. I'm like, you know what? I'm like, just because you're right doesn't mean I have to like it. So we're just gonna also go over with a, Jesus Christ, that is not the color I thought it was gonna blend out to be. It's a lot pinker, for being honest. So I'm not gonna use the other shade I thought I was gonna use, because it's not even close to the same tone. I thought I was going to go in with the MAC Strobe Light. Strobe Light? Is that what this is called? Yeah. Oh, Strobe Beam Liquid Blush. But this is a lot more orange, and I don't want that. I don't want that in my life. And now, time for my pore highlighter bin that some lashes keep falling into. Some of these are very expired, and I keep them more as mementos, so I'm not going to use them. I forgot about the Nabla highlighter. This kind of sucks. It's funny, with the first time I used it, it's like, oh my god, this is like so good, I'm gonna keep using this, and I'm like, wow, this is kind of powdery and sad, and not shiny. Like, I like a glittery highlighter. I know a lot of people like it just like a, you know, sheen. I want a glittery highlighter in this economy. But this is from Nabla. This is the Skin Glazing Glass Skin Finish Glow Powder in the shade Ozone. I'm going to take the small end of my Makeup by Mary brush because it's a little fluffier, and we're just gonna... I'm gonna spray my face is what I'm gonna do. But do I have a face? Yes. Yes. I'm gonna spray my face. So I can try to do this. Alright. Take 2. Alright. Will you... To be fair, is this the dry skin? Is this the god-awful highlighter? Who's to say? If I know. See, there's a reason I forget about these products. It's because I hate them. And then I don't use them, and then they kind of sit and don't get buried under things, so I forget about them. And go, oh wow, why do I still have this? And then I go, why do I still have this? I'm gonna bring a little up here. Yeah, like there's... Go girl, give us nothing. Again, I like a highlight. I'm gonna continue wearing a highlight. I want one that's a little more shimmery than this. Time for lip liners. I also need to see if I have one that will even match my... See, that's the thing. I don't have a lot of lip liners, so I go through them fairly... I lied. I always forget about my Fenty lip liners. Always, without fail. They're just... Let me swatch them first and see if I have a color that won't look too stupid. This one's at least sharpened, so... Alright, this is from Fenty Beauty. This is the Who Is She? Why Is She? Traced Out Pencil Lip Liner in the shade Rubber Bands. Oh, Jesus. I just always forget about these. And I don't reach for a super creamy, like, gel type of pencil anymore. So that could be why I forget about her, like, every single time without fail. And it also just goes on so intense. And these dry very quickly. They won't budge, but they dry very quickly, so it's just one of those... I have better things to be spending my time on. Instead of doing my lips quadrant by quadrant. Oh, that's crooked as hell, but it's fine. Everything's fine. Need to cook dinner soon. Oh Jesus, that's not even. Apparently my brother has a lacrosse game today. Obviously. I'm not there. I went to the first year he started, and I went, I'm good. My brother in Christ. But Bridget has puppy classes tonight. So they're doing that. That's at 6, which I think it might be 6 on the dot. No, it's 5:52, so I need to start dinner soon. We'll do that a little more. That's another thing with this stupid lip liner. I always overline my lips considerably more than I ever usually would, and it just never works out. Alright, and then I'm just gonna give up and take some of the, well, not give up, I'm gonna cheat, and take some of the Juvia's Place blush and use it, as lipstick. I also find it lip gloss, but I just need really cohesiveness. This is already not what I want in life, so I'm just gonna stamp it on, kinda, because this is not a lip brush. Hey, why is Pepper yelling? Sorry, my neighbor dog is outside. I mean, she yells a lot. She'll yell if somebody is is walking by and they don't talk to her, she'll yell. I was out with her the other day. Well, she was out when I got home, so I stayed and I talked to her. We said hello. We left. Somebody across the street has a very similar car to what her mother drives. So she recognizes the car, the shape, and the size and whatnot. And she went, oh my god. So, like, she was getting all excited. I'm like, that's a middle-aged Hispanic man. I'm like, your mother, a little past middle-aged, but she's not either of those other things. So I just found it funny. Like how Callie used to recognize the sound of my parents' car, my father's car. And she would go sit by the stairs before, like, the key was even in the door. She could also hear them from, she just, like, knew. I was looking at pictures of her the other day and I was starting to cry, and I'm like, no progress has been made, it seems. And this is all of my lip glosses. I forgot that I even got this. I don't think I've ever used it. So this is gonna be fun. This is from Covergirl. This is the Clean, Fresh, Yummy Plumper Gloss in the shade Blingtastic. It's very gold, very bronze. Like, it's chunky gold too. Like, that's chunky glitter. So we're gonna hope and pray. That is already so. This is like intensely minty. Okay, I'm also doing a very thin layer. Ooh. But this feels thinner than their regular Yummy Gloss, which I find funny. Again, very thin layer. I'm in hell already. I need to go fix my bangs, which should be fun because they're gross. And I don't know where my hairbrush is. I'm gonna be honest here. But I'm gonna go fix my bangs, but I should be back in a second. Alright, but this is the finished look. Honestly, it could have turned out worse. Like, when I did my full face of makeup, I kind of forgot about. Same thing, but, or makeup I don't reach for. That's what it was. Because this is makeup I forgot I owned. I know. It came out so much worse. Like, the base turned out so much worse the last one. So, small improvements. Like, I don't hate it. I don't love it. Like, it's perfectly fine. Like, if I redid this look with products I actually liked, like, if I did this with the Muse palette from Cosmic Brushes, where there's the more chlorophyll green, I'd be perfectly fine. And same thing with my, like, Terra Moon shadows. Just things I know and I like and I know will give me a little more It sucks because I really like the Kaleidos formula, like the eyeliner formula. I just want more colors. I don't know why I chose this color to get it, which is why I don't reach for it. But, like, the eyes, they look nice. They're perfectly fine and respectable. I hate this foundation so much. Like, it's so, like, I don't want, like, a powder base. Like, I've never used a powder foundation before. I don't plan on it. So I don't know why I would keep or even request for the Balm powder. Like, I love it as a blush. If it came as a bronzer, that would be also as a blush. But just not as a foundation. Like, I don't like a... Thankfully, the Clingy primer didn't do what I thought it was going to do. And make my makeup look extra patchy. Which would have been impressive to do with how my face already looks because of, again, the more powderized finished. Okay, don't even get me started on this Nabla highlighter. Girl, I hate her. But it could be worse. Could be better. Could be worse. But yeah...